Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jimmy from Over at Movie Death Blows. You guys get 2 videos in 2 days. It's like we're back during the pandemic and I have time to do this stuff. No, I'm kidding. So last night I went over Spider-Man No Way Home, which is incredible. Go see it. Tonight we're going to talk about the rest of my week, which has been the first 6 episodes of The Witcher Season 2. Comes out tomorrow, December 17th. Also my birthday, so get ready for that. It's an 8 episode season. The screeners only include the first 6, so they kind of leave the last 2. Usually they're, that's like the big twists and information they don't want people to have at that point. They did give me a list of spoilers and stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about. I didn't think they were really that big of a deal from what they listed, but I mean, you guys will see. So let's just jump into it. The second season starts off exactly where the first season ended. So right after the Battle of Sodden Hill, uh, Yennefer and the mages are scattered, and Vilgefortz and them are trying to combat the Nilfgaard invasion with the Northern Kingdoms. Geralt does come into that field of play. He meets with some of the mages there, and he thinks Yennefer's dead at that point. Spoiler alert: she's not. Anya Chalarotra. Sorry, let me fix that again because I always say her name wrong, and she yelled at me the first time I did it. So Anya Chalarotra is back as Yennefer. Frey Allen is back as Ciri, and always the amazing Henry Cavill is back as Geralt of Rivia. I don't know if a lot of you guys watch Nightmare or The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, that animated one that was on Netflix over the summer, which was awesome. If you haven't, you should probably watch that because it covers some stuff that you might not know about if you haven't read the games or played the books or seen the movie. So, I mean, Vesemir shows up, who's Geralt's Witcher mentor, and it goes over how they make Witchers and stuff like that, and that since the sack of their castle. I forget what the name of it is right now. It'll come to me at some point. That they can no longer make Witchers at this point, so there's really only a certain amount of them left. I mean, the first season was amazing. Don't get me wrong. Love the first season. The second season might be better. I don't know that for a fact. The first 6 episodes are really good. I think I'm going to have to see them stick the landing in the final 2 to make that decision. But it's more comprehensive and it's more put together. It's easier to follow. Like, when you're watching The Witcher season 1 and you have, you realize half the characters don't age, and then you get to that 4th or 5th episode and you're like, wait, I thought like all of these people were dead. How are they actually here right now? Then you realize there's like 3 different timelines you're watching at that point, and it's super confusing. And then when you go back and watch it again, you realize and you pick up on stuff that you'd have to notice before. Season 2 is not like that. Season 2 is a linear timeline. So far through the first 6 episodes, we know everything's taking place at the same time. I mean, they've got the Game of Thrones story kind of going on where, like, these two are over here and this one's over here, then they meet up for a little bit, then they get separated again. But it's going to delve more into the Nilfgaardian interest and the interest of the elves that we did get to see in the first season. We saw Philivandrel in that second episode where Joey Batty came with his amazing rendition of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, the greatest song of 2019. So, I mean, we'll get more of Philivandrel, more of the elves, more of the conflict between them and the humans on the continent. I have to keep saying that because that's the most annoying part of season 2 is they keep saying, we have to say this continent, this continent, this continent. It's like every other line. You're like, can't we just call it something else? Like, at least Middle Earth sounds cool. This continent sounds stupid. But other than that, that's really my only complaint. Episode 5 kind of does get a little crazy. 5 and 6 kind of like veer off the path of the first 4 episodes said. They took me a little while to get through just because I had to go back and rewind and make sure I was catching everything that they were saying at that point. But, I mean, little nitpicks here and there. Like I said, most of the main cast is back. Joey Batty, who's the MVP of Season 1 as Yasker, the Bard, is back in Season 2. Does he have a hit as good as Toss a Coin to Your Witcher? No. Is there a song that he sings in there that's absolute fire? Yes, but it's not on the scale of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher. So, I mean, when Yasker comes back, I think it's either episode 3 or 4, he's got this rendition in a bar that's great. We do get to see some cool monsters, and it's not monsters that we've seen in the first season. These are all newer monsters. It's kind of hard to explain what they are. I won't go into like the big thing of what's going on in season 2 that's bringing these monsters to the continent. But you guys will see what's going on. It's really hard to do this when the studio gives you limits on what you can talk about because I don't think they're spoilers, but they consider them spoilers, and I don't want to piss off Netflix, and I want to keep getting these, so we're just going to follow what they say at that point. So, like I said, the season starts tomorrow. It's 8 episodes long. The first 6 episodes, really good. The last two, they get kind of into the weeds and a little crazy at that point, but I expect it to pick up at the end once we learn about the Nilfgaardian, army and take over and their plans. They're kind of collecting power with the elves, bringing them into Nilfgaard because they lost most of their army against the northern mages. We get to see the mages kind of battling off against each other. Vilgefortz, Triss Marigold is back. Mads Mikkelsen's brother, whose name escapes me at the moment, Lars Mikkelsen plays. I keep wanting to call him Senubron, but no, that's the guy from Lord of the Rings. What the hell is his name? It's something like that. But he's in it. He played that storyline plays a big part in season 2. Uh, Henry Cavill has much more to do in season 2. Much more lines, much more action. It's not as brutal as that first episode of season 1 of The Witcher was, but like he gets a lot more to do, a lot more dialogue, a lot more talking, and it's really about the relationship between him and Ciri, as she's his child surprise and going over how all that happened, and it gets into kind of the background of Ciri and her parents and what happened to them. There's like a couple. They didn't really explain what happened in that episode, but about her lineage and stuff like that. But it does happen, and it's super confusing. So hopefully the last 2 episodes deliver on that, because I know that's really what everybody wants to see at this point. But first 6 episodes are good. I can't wait for you guys to see them tomorrow. I can't wait to finish the season myself. It's awesome that I only have 2 episodes to watch and I can finish it like that. But I'll definitely go back and do a rewatch just so I know I didn't miss anything at that point. But wait for it to come out. 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Witcher Season 2 will arrive on Netflix. Henry Cavill, Joey Batty, Anya Chalarotra, Freya Allen. I don't think I'm missing anybody in there that I haven't mentioned already. But get it to come out. Watch it when it comes out. It's going to be really good. Like, follow, subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff. I'll try to get more of these out as it comes along. It's busy with the holiday season. I have a screener for the Matrix Resurrections on Monday. I couldn't make the one tonight. I'm feeling a little under the weather at this point, but we'll get better and things will go on. Hopefully we'll have a review up for that one. All right? Thanks, guys. Have a good one.